Hey guys, we're back again. Playing a 338K guaranteed and a 223K guaranteed on PokerStars, and I lost 6 tournaments today, and these are the 2 that I did fairly well in. And here's the statistics: they're down to 110 out of 1784 in this one, and 200 out of 2736. So making a fairly deep run in these. Picking up a little bit of small pots along the way, and we had a few pretty good bluff catchers. If you want to watch the previous videos, I think this is part 6 or part 7 out of 7 parts now. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, that's awesome. Let me know what you think, and hopefully learn something as well. We were like almost triple average in this one to the left here, but we just been pretty card dead. We got ace king and didn't flop, and somebody raised us, and then we got rejammed on when we had, what was it? I forget now. But yeah, anyway, getting a little bit shallow, but average stack is 68K, so it's not like we're super shallow or anything. All right, ace king. Definitely calling either shove. This guy, if he 3-bets me, I'm going with it. And this guy. It's a little bit large, but ace king's a pretty good hand, you know? But it gets through, and we're on break. So I will be back after the break. Resume. Hey guys, we're back again. Still playing the same tournaments here. Get a little bit shallow on the one to my left with 50,000 chips. But that's fine, because there is about 88 players that have less than us right now, so that means that they're going to be dropping like flies. And if we can get our money in good here and double up, we're going to have about 30,000 more than average stack. So let's cross our fingers and hope that that happens somehow. We do have a guy to our direct left sitting out, which is kind of nice because it's easy to steal blinds from a guy that's sitting out. And when he's on the button, it makes my life a little bit easier. I guess he had something really important come up. Yeah, 4-9 off. Be folded. Yeah, this 4-2-8 Ivan guy, he's definitely the fish at the table. It's kind of a fluke that he made it this far, I guess. And we're just trying to stack that guy, basically. We had pocket kings there, and the damn guy folded under the gun, which was pretty shitty because he's playing half of hands, over half of hands. But yeah, I guess he didn't have something good, so that kind of sucks. But that's poker for you. Sometimes you go, sometimes you don't. We got Ergum disconnected there, so I guess we're going to have to wait. Jack 2 off can be folded. King 2 offsuit to a min raise. 46 big blinds. Probably call and try to play a really small pot, I guess. Shit. Not very good. It's not a good spot. King 2. 46 big blinds. I'm just going to get rid of it. Pretty bad hand. You could argue that it was a bad tight fold, but King 2, like, it's just not going to flop very often. If I get a pair of kings, I'm going to be in a really tough spot because I know this guy's going to be bluffing like crazy, and if he actually does have something like King 7, then I'm in trouble. I'm going to lose a large pot. And I think we can do better than that against that guy. So if I had King 9 suited, definitely calling. But King 2 off is just too weak to call there, I think. There's argument for calling, though. I was getting pretty good pot odds, but it's a really reverse implied odds type spot. So, and again, we flop nothing. So even with my bluffs, I like to have some kind of equity when I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm just getting out of the way with 10-4. I wonder what a min bet means. I haven't seen him do that strategy yet. Probably nothing. He's probably just trying to take it down, but it's going to work because I have 10 high. And you don't raise a calling station. Like, just never. It's not going to work. So what's going on over here? 14K. Folds. Yeah, like if I had this hand when he min raised, I'd be much happier to get involved because then I can actually make some kind of top pair hand. Like top pair with a 9 with a good kicker, or king with a marginal kicker. That's ahead of his range a lot because he's playing 56% of hands. He could be playing king 6, king 7, king 8. All right, king 6 suited. This guy hasn't 3-bet once in 25 hands, and he's our short stack. This could be raised. I think I might raise this king 6. And this one I'm raising too because this guy's sitting out. Probably would anyway. This guy's playing a 4 and 0. So that's very tight. Has he played a hand yet? I think he's played one hand. This guy min raises 16 bigs. I'm out. There's a little bit of argument for calling there and whatever, playing some fancy stuff, but I just don't think I need to. King it offsuit. Calling station to my left. Probably just get away from it. Looking for spots to play pots in position with the bad players at the table with hands that can make a flush and a straight, basically. Or a good top pair hand. So we're looking for those. This would be an excellent spot for this Hombreo guy to shove. If he has any type of holdings, but oh, we got an all-in 10s versus jacks. Interesting. Queen 9 suited with the button sitting out is definitely worth an open, but then this guy limps and he's fucking really tight, so really isn't implied odds to call. This would have been an interesting spot. Ace Queen. Okay, pocket 9s. This is definitely a hand we're playing. This guy limps. It's going to make a standard raise the pot. This guy shoves. I guess I have to call it off, but I'm not loving it. This guy just limps in, and I'm definitely willing to play for his stack with this hand. Pocket 9s is a good hand. Pretty tight guy, though. He could have aces here. It's pretty easy for him to have something here. Connects really well with his calling range. And pocket 9s aren't good enough there, so we'll just get rid of it. Yeah, I know, that was pretty tight, but king and a jack and 2 hearts, like, geez, I don't even have the 9 of hearts, which wouldn't even be really a very good out anyway. He could have ace 10, he has a gut shot, he's calling. He could have ace queen, and then he has a gut shot, and he's calling. An ace high, he's going to be calling with any king, any jack, any flush draw. There's just so many hands that he could have there that he's going to continue with, and I'm not going to have any information. So, let's get rid of it. Okay. I don't know why these people are throwing things at me. I don't really like that feature, to be honest. It's annoying. Disciplined aggression in poker. Like, that was a pretty disciplined decision to just check instead of c-bet that specific board. Could have called, but again, I just think it connected super well with his range, so... Even if it was just a one high card board, I'd be much more susceptible to like inclined to call with the one high card like a king or a jack. But with two high cards, it's just so easy to be beat there. All right, 6-9 off. The hand that's not easily dominated by the average early position raising range. So there's that. This guy's 17 big blinds, so we could potentially just call and then check shove when you know we make some kind of marginal. I don't know. I probably should have just folded. But this guy makes it 5,000, but he's a 14-3. What a gross fucking spot this is. Because this would be an excellent spot to read shove if he ever raised. But he don't. So we're going to fold. Like if he was raising 17, 18%, then I would rejam this all day, but yeah, just got to get out of the way with king queen there. It kind of sucks because we're getting pretty short. King 6 off. Usually would be a fold, but with the big blind sitting out, we're going to go open it. Okay, we're going to fold it now. Down to 18 big blinds, so we're getting quite shallow. 20 and 20 limps in. Sure. Let's see a flop here. Okay. Definitely have some equity in this hand. It worked out pretty good for us. Would have been nice if somebody had an ace and we got a flush, but winning the pot uncontested is always pretty good as well. Now this calling station is out of position to us, which is good because it keeps calling every raise I put out. We can call a 13 big blind rejam with this. How many big blinds does this guy have? 12? 13, 14. I don't want to shove and have these calling stations call it off. This guy calls off really light, and so does this guy, so. Sevens are pretty good. Like, if I flop a set, I'm really happy. This is a really good flop for sevens. But who knows? This guy could have an overpair right now and just limped with it to try to trap. It's a pretty good card for us. Yeah, he is an overpair. So we'll get rid of it. Kind of fishy that he limped in with that stack size anyway. So I think we saved a bit of money there, to be honest. When a guy limps in with 13 big blinds, and then check calls flop, and then on the turn they just jam, it's probably because they have an overpair, I would think. I don't think he had many tens in his range. I think it was an overpair and he was trying to like protect against a draw or something. So maybe pocket nines, pocket jacks, pocket kings. That second 10 on the turn probably gave him a little bit more confidence that I didn't have a 10. So maybe it was like 8s or 9s, actually. That would make sense. Or a set. Could have been a set, too. Okay, just in time, we get ace-king. This guy shoves, I'm rejamming. Or isolation raising. Aces versus ace-jack. All right, so nobody wants to shove. He doesn't want to shove, so we're going to just go ahead and raise. Standard raise. Definitely calling any shove. Even from this tight guy, because we kind of have to. I think ace queen and ace jack and ace 10 probably are in his rejamming range here. Okay, so we got ace king high. So we'll probably call a bet if he bets. Likely have the best hand. Oh, I'm looking you up. Oh, wow. He made a straight. Holy shit. Versus my ace king. Figured I'd look him up a little bit light there. So I guess I should have bet the flop. Should I? He would have called flop. Likely. I think he would have called the flop there. He made it on the turn. And if I kept barreling, I would have got in trouble. All right. This is like the one hand that with 11 big blinds I'm min-raising with. Looks pretty strong, but I'm hoping that somebody doesn't pick up on this and does something stupid. What are you thinking about? Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Hoping somebody was going to shove, but whatever. Okay, so what does he do? He raises. All right, I got implied odds here. I can call 6-4. No equity. Pretty bad flop for us. Pretty good flop for him. Okay. Fold this. Yeah, we're just not getting the cards that we needed, so. And then Buddy made a straight, and we looked him up a little bit light there, but it was only like 5 big blinds, and I think quite often he's bluffing. Don't think we have the implied odds to call. A mid-position raise with King Jack offsuit. King Jack suited I probably would have called there, but. Or I know I would. King Jack suited's a pretty good hand. King Jack offsuit doesn't make as many good hands out of position. Jeez, we got a big pot going on here. Eights and kings. So my kings were dead. We have no stats on this limper. Why can't I move this? Yeah, we gotta fold that. This guy open jams, 23 big blinds, and we have 15 big blinds with ace queen suited. I'm going with it. Like, we can probably discount aces and kings from his shoving range here. Oh my god. Are you fucking serious? Well, what are you gonna do? We had to go with ace queen, so. Ace king versus it gets a straight, and that when we have ace king, Buddy gets a straight, and then. And then, what was I going to say? And then we get ace queen suited, and Buddy makes a set, and not good things happening. That worked out pretty good for us. Shit. We were down to like 140 players there. Yeah, we got out in 140th place. So we made, we didn't make 15 bucks. We made $12.96. So we were at $1.30. Oh. We were at $1.30 when I start, 130 today when I started. Now we're at 127. So this is fine. So I can make this bigger for you guys now. So we basically broke even today. But we still got this one, and We at least got $10. We'll make 4 spots. So yeah, we're up $7 today or something so far. Hopefully we can catch something here and get to the final table, but we'll see. A7 suited is or offsuit is just not good enough to call or raise. $74 players remaining, and we are in the 31st. 72,000 average stacks, so right at average stacks. That's excellent. Where did our fish go? He left the table. No, I guess I was paying attention to the other one. He must have lost. Or no, I moved tables. Sorry. I didn't realize that. I guess I was kind of focused on the other table because I was getting shallow. And I was trying to make some kind of decent decision. And it looks like we have a lot of these players fairly well covered, which is good. So we have a little bit of rejam fold equity. Don't need to worry about people having us covered and looking us up pretty light now. Because we did have a couple guys at like 225,000 on the other table. And more likely to call you with King 9, King 10, King Jack, like crazy things because they're idiots, you know. A lot of them are anyway. 5-4 off, we can fold. This guy's playing a 57-43, 3-bet 33%. So pretty aggressive. 43-29. 29-14. We got a 5-5. Well, this guy's betting. He probably has something. I would think. Generally, players like this don't put money out unless they have a made hand. Probably has a queen. Yeah, he's kind of betting like he has a queen, trying to get value from worse hand right now. Pretty good bet size too if he thinks his opponent has like something like a 6 or something. Well, the fun is over in the other one. Kind of sucks. That was pretty fun getting that far into that tourney. 140th place. Just couldn't crack that top 100. But you got to take those races. And ace queen suited when you can discount aces and kings from somebody's range and likely queens as well is running fairly well. So I had to go with it. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just catch a really good run of cards here and make the final table. It's got to happen one night, you know. But, you know, every single night that I play, I generally get some cashes, just not final table cashes. I think I've invested like $350 and I'm down like 60 or 50 now. maybe, I don't know, like 35 or something. So definitely I'm neutralizing my losses for not final tabling. So it's just putting the time in is what it is. Putting my time in, making that final table and getting to first place and moving up. It can take a little bit of time for sure. $11-11 in the big blind. Pretty tight. Jack 3 suited. Open shove for 16 big blinds, so we can't really call that very easily with Jack 3. Probably call it Ace Jack, pocket nines plus. I'm done with these light calls in the big blind. It was kind of a leak in my game, I think, for a while there, but I'm kind of onto it now. So calling with like pocket sixes and ace 10 and stuff like that. I'm kind of done with it. I'm kind of just tightening up my calling range to 16 big blind shoves in the early position now. Versus an unknown, especially. I really don't have any info on this guy, but he's kind of active. He plays a few hands. That's all I know. Eight, 7. Check, check, check. $12,000. Checked it all the way down to the river, eh? Wonder what he's betting here. Because he could have had king 10. Okay. What would you have there? 43 big blinds. Could be a tell. He went up a little bit large with his ace king. That's why I don't show cards, because now I'm going to be looking for that. His patterns. Like, is he going to make it 2.1 the next hand? And does 2.1 mean marginal holdings? And usually this means eights through jacks when they do this kind of bet. Blinds are very tight, though. There you go. Should have made it a touch smaller to let this guy think he has some fold equity by shoving if he had a value hand, which I'm assuming he did. I would have made it like 19,000. That way this guy can shove the remaining 60 and think that he has some kind of fold equity. $41.80 by a 7 and 7. So yeah, you probably want to tighten up your button defending range to a 7 and 7. All right, A6 suited. I think I'm going to open. We got some really tight guys here. Could have got away with it and then play it in position against the loose players at the table. It's a pretty good flop for us. Probably willing to play this for stacks, to be honest. I got an overcard and a flush draw, so. Oh, wow. Wow, he folded. Holy, I wonder what he had there. Could he fold a 10 there? That is the question. I don't know. What do you guys think about my river sizing? I think my river sizing was pretty good there. So I bet small, and then here I wanted to bet small to set the price, right? And give myself some other ways to win with the hand. So I set the price, give myself 3-1 or whatever, and then get that, and it's 43, and I just bet a small bet to kind of look like I'm trying to conserve some of my stack. I think a lot of players probably would have looked me up with a 10 or a 7 there for sure. But I'm kind of leaning towards him having a 10. I think he probably had like Jack 10 suited, King 10 suited. Well, not King 10 suited, Ace 10 suited. Something like that. All right. 6-4 suited, fold. So that pot definitely helped by opening up Ace-6 suited, which was a little bit marginal. Won a pretty good pot. So actually this is one thing I'm trying to incorporate in my game is opening suited aces from like the hijack and stuff and the low jack, because I haven't been doing that really. I had a hard time. It's like when I just started opening like 10-9 and 8-9 suited under the gun. Kind of took me a little while to get comfortable with it. Now I'm trying to get comfortable with the suited aces because I'm trying to open up my game a little bit. So you got to open suited aces on the hijack with the stack size, I guess. Like it seems like all the pros are doing it. So yeah, if the pros are doing it, they're right. So obviously I got to listen and do what they're doing, right? Especially when I got two guys that never 3-bet basically and are very tight to my left, and then the loose aggressive guys in the blind. Well, hopefully we get a walk. Wonder if I go 10K on the river if he calls with a 10. But I guess I gotta bet something. I was targeting a 10 on the river, but I think like I was gonna leave him 30K. Like he was gonna have 15 big blinds remaining. So I was leaving him 30K to figure out what he's gonna do, kind of thing. Like a lot of players will be like, well, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I got a few thousand. All right, against this specific player, I'm probably gonna raise Ace-2 off. Oh man, I made a mistake. That was bad. I forgot. You don't, when a guy has 20 big blinds remaining in his stack with Ace-X on the small blind, you just shove. Or limp. Those are your two options. You don't raise, because if he had a shoved, I would have priced myself in to have to call these two off, and I probably would have to fold, so it would have been a bad spot. But it worked, so I got away with it that time, but I just forgot for a second. That's something new I learned that I'm trying to incorporate in my game too. But worked out that time, so we're good. This guy's really tight too, so that's the reasoning behind the Ace-2 off raise. It's because he's really tight. So. but he's also a 20 big blind stack, so he could shove very wide there when I make it 3x profitably. He can shove like king 6 suited plus any ace, then like some suited connected stuff, broadways. You can shove a ton, and it's plop very plus EV, so that's why I shouldn't have did it. 12,000 on the river. He leaves himself 8,800. Like, this is so obvious it's a value hand. Okay, Jack 3's off. We're going to fold. I don't know how much money we're playing for here. We're playing for 500 bucks, so not much, I guess. The other one was like 1,100 US or something, which would have been nice to get, but it's a pretty good bankroll. If I could win 483, that would put me at like 600 bucks. So yeah, I could play the $5 and $6 games then fairly comfortably, not have to worry about losing my entire bankroll with 100 buy-ins. E4 off, we can get rid of that. Pocket tens, king, queen. Oh, nice flop. I knew that was going to come. I just had a feeling. Top 2 pair on PokerStars. That's a little too good to be true. I think he had like 8% equity or something on the flop. So good on him. I'm glad he got some money actually, because he's to my left and I need that guy to have a bit of cash so I can steal his blind. 20. This is huge. This is nothing. He should have just small raised that. Okay, queen it off, we can get rid of. Never do this. This is terrible. Don't min raise. Because do you think that he's gonna realize like he's getting like 3 to 1 here? So do you think he's gonna be able to realize 25% equity in position with any hand? And the answer is yes. So that's wrong in any situation. Even if he has 7 deuce offsuit, he can call and probably realize 25% equity. Think about it. He calls. You bet small. He calls. Turn, he checks. You bet large. Bye-bye. This would be a nice board to float on. Ace 10. Okay. This guy and this guy, well, this guy might cause me a little bit of trouble actually, but this guy's pretty tight, so I don't think he's going to be shoving on me very often. This is a bet small board because one, holy fuck, check shoves. It's probably a draw. He's a little bit big to be check shoving though. Like I don't know what that was. Maybe he did have a queen. It's like he had 28 big blinds. Check shoving there is it's a little bit large to be check shoving, I would think. Probably had a flush draw. Hmm. All right, I'm done with it. The last two cards were pretty good for his range. Yeah. That board just really connected well with my range, and he's opening 12% in early position, so I figured I could get him off a lot of things on the flop. Maybe hit a jack or a queen and continue barreling. But didn't work out for us, so. Would have been nice to see the queen on the turn instead of a king. And I could probably continue barreling with an extremely disguised hand, and he'd probably call me down with a 9 if he had like ace-9 or something. Anyway, got a couple shitty spots there. Queen, jack, and ace-10 usually are pretty bad hands. Reverse implied odds hands. I almost called with this ace-10. Like, I don't know. I could call it. This guy raises huge. I don't understand why he raises so big. Especially into like fairly reasonably tight players. Like, why incur so much more risk when you're playing with players that aren't maniacs? Like, if they were like maniacs, I could kind of understand his logic there, but they aren't, so. Seven, 9. Yeah, we're getting a little bit short to be calling him that, and we're in the hijack. So there's really not much implied odds here. On the button, I'd probably call, but. All right, 4 7s. Can throw that away. So he check shoved on. I guess this board does connect kind of okay with my range, so maybe he did have a queen, because like it's pretty suicidal to like check shove a draw here, because I'm gonna hit this board very often, and I did. I don't know. This was a close spot. Like, I could call. He's playing fairly tight. Like, I don't know. Playing good, though. He's playing pretty good, it looks like. So. It's made a flush. Or something. 10-8 offs. Throw that out. Oh, 21 now. The blinds went up. Shit. Getting pretty short here. But 20 other people are too, so they're shorter than I am. Get rid of King 8 offsuit. I guess he could have some kind of combo draw on that board, the Queen 10 3 or whatever it is with 2 spades. He could have had a combo draw like King Jack of spades or some kind of gut shot in a flush draw. Those types of hands would make a lot of sense, actually. Huh. Oh, wow. Well, that's not very good. Kind of wanted somebody to min raise so I could go call and check shove on any flop that. Well, we're a little bit large check shove, I guess. Probably. Well, if I make a pair of tens, I'm probably going to protect my equity, because there's a lot of bad turn cards usually, or an 8. But yeah, I don't. I guess I'm a little bit too shallow to check raise small. Well, I might be able to get away with it. Depends on the player too, I guess. But he, tight guy, decides to 3-bet and gets called instantly. This guy's playing like pretty snug. His first early position open. Oh. So yeah, there's that. Probably has something good. We know our opponent is positionally aware if he's not opening anything in early position out of 8 hands. Probably his ace king right now, and he's like, oh god. Does he have it? Oh yeah. Second best free flop hand in the card game. Hopefully he does one of those large raises again. Is it large? All right, we can slow play this. We got less than 20 big blinds. Usually less than 20 big blinds, you can slow play kings and aces. You're going to get a lot of money out of them. This guy could shove right now, too. He's probably thinking, wow, this is a good shove spot. Really good board for us. Bet small. Calls. Kind of want to guard against some draws there. And if he has pocket jacks, queens, I don't know if I should have shoved the turn, but it's just... I didn't want to check again, because like if a 6 or a 9 comes off, I'm fucked. He's not going to pay me anymore. Ace. I am blocking the flush draw, I guess. Shit. I don't know. I probably got more money out of that hand than I would if I shoved, so... What's the average? 100K? Jackson off and fold. Like, fuck. Let's see. So 52,000 chips I have. He makes out one of those retardedly large raises. I just call. This guy thinks about shoving for a second and folds, which would have been great if he shoved. 288. He checks. I bet a third pot, so I bet 8,000. He calls. Turn is a 7. Pretty safe turn for us. It opens up a lot of draws, though, and we got a one pot size bet left. So what do? Do I put out half pot and leave myself with 16K for the river? Or, like, is that really... Like, I look weaker by shoving here, I think. Like, what if I just make it 20K? It's gonna look so strong, you know? Like, by shoving, I make my hand look as weak as possible. I make it look like pocket 9s or maybe a pair of 7s or something. I don't know. Ace 10, ace jack. I think he's looking me up a lot. Or a draw, yeah. Because a lot of players would do that with a draw, too. So maybe he'd call me with light, like thinking I'm on a draw. I don't know. Payback, though. He did that to me earlier. Maybe that's what he had, is pocket kings or something. If that's the case, good play, because if I had a queen, I'd probably have to call it off. All right, 7-6 off is definitely a fold. It's been pretty good here. Like, average is 100K, and we are at 75K with 30, and we're in 31st position out of 53. So there's like 22 people that are doing worse than us right now, which is good. This is a relatively short stacked tournament for sure. Okay, we can fold that. Yeah, we have quite a few players covered on this table. Or close to it, anyway. Well, that sucks. This guy seems to like to shove into my big blind. So. Well, I'm going to have to fold here if he raises, so. I don't know what he's thinking about. Yeah, well, can't call there. Thought a while. Maybe he's just trying to put off reverse psychology and he had like aces or something. That would make sense. Probably gonna limp call this hand. All right, we got a raiser and a caller. It's close. It's a very close spot, but we're probably dominated a lot for pretty often. If it was just raise, I probably would have called off here. Oh my god. Fuck me. I should have called. yeah, I think I was dominated pretty often here, so jeez. Should have called. I almost called. It looks like I would have won a very big pot if I had called. Yeah. I had the nuts, so that sucks. If it was suited, I probably would have called. Yeah, I definitely would have, I think. Come on, man. That's pretty shitty. But maybe it would have been different if I called. Who knows? All right, queen 6 off is a fold. But yeah, it looks like we would have stacked this guy. If we had a called and probably got a good chunk of this guy's out of his stack too, which sucks. Because I was like back and forth, like, should I call here? And I think you can call there, but we have two tighter than GTO players. And this guy's calling on the button, so he has a very strong range when he's just calling. So I was like, King 10's probably dominated. but whatever. I guess I screwed up. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. A lot of the time, I'm going to call and get a pair of kings, and I'm going to lose the tournament because somebody has king jack. But anyways, I'm going to stop the video and I'll be back.